Okay, so, hey everybody, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Once again, a busy weekend. Once again, doing some stuff around the house and got to hold my new grandson, number 3, right? It was very special, very, very emotional to you, because you can imagine with being right on the doorstep of Cancer season, right? We're knocking at the door. We've got Jupiter and Mercury already there. Oh, yeah. Very emotional. Very, very cool. Can't even describe it. It's just fantastic. So let's talk about the astrology, okay? And happy belated Father's Day to everybody out there. And Monday, the moon's going to be void, of course, at 1:31, and we'll enter Pisces at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a rocky day, right? We had a little bit of a rough weekend. I am still suffering with allergies and goodness knows only what, right? Just can't seem to get a word out edgewise. However, some people are compelled to act in accordance with their Aquarian values, okay? Aquarian values are what? Freedom for all, a social good, right? That's what we're looking at. Others are going to be doing the opposite, right? They're doing the oppressing, you know? I don't know if you saw your news feed, but for social media or anything like that, but this stuff is being controlled. They're just feeding you what you want to see, or what they think you want to, what you think that you will tolerate that they want you to see. Okay, it's a lot of fluff, a lot of crap, and a lot of you can't get real news on it anymore. You used to be able to get lots of news. I mean, Twitter used to be an alternative news source. All the media people were on Twitter doing some advanced reporting and, real-time reporting, real-life reporting and everything. It's not like that anymore, is it? No, it's just a bunch of BS. Or as Robert Johnson used to call it, hokum, right? It was a hokum. Some songs are just pure hokum. Just out there for your enjoyment, and it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do anything. It's just hokum. So, I like that word for it, hokum. What you feel, what you're feeling, right? Look, think about this. You're going to have to think about others' modalities and timelines, how they coincide with yours. What you feel, what you're feeling is pretty real, right? So we're just trying our best to reach out and to do this stuff, right? Now, elemental protection. Let's talk about basic protection here. Magical protection, white light and stuff like that, right? Candles, gems, jewelry, crystals, right? Why do crystals work? Well, that's because everything has a crystalline structure, right? It's even you're made of moving atoms that happen to be, everything in your body is orbiting and doing all sorts of stuff. Yet you're in this one form, right? The form that you're in, this human form, this form that, say, as this desk is and everything like that, is really just space and motion, and with some kind of like crazy properties that give it solidity. Kind of like a crystal, right? Crystalline structures, right? Crystals form out of, basic ores and stuff like that when they're subjected to water, heat, or something like that. So, it makes sense that, that crystal, right? Crystal. So, look, elemental protection, that beats a smoke screen, right? People are going to be blowing smoke. No, white light's your best stopgap. Today's keyword is wisdom, and the color is a purple witch ball. I'm beginning to really feel this. Look, if we're leaning into the Cancer season, we really are. The emotions and stuff like that, they're really taking hold. A lot of emotional stuff all weekend long, right? Just emotional. Beauty and truth make us feel one way. The BS lies and what's presented to us, that was what we're interested in, that social media feed and stuff like that. That's like WTF, right? Look, time has a dog in this fight. Your time and identity is what they're trying to use to make themselves rich. We can combat this by circling ourselves with protection and light. Markets, hey, they're going to be down. Turns out market forces are not compatible with autocracies. Go figure, right? Oddball ideas will garner a bit of attention early today. Okay, disrupting the flow of work will free us up to make the most of what we need to do for spiritual growth. That's right. Expanding waves of consciousness can help us more than you realize. Sending it out to you. I'm just going to send it. Find a tribe. In 2023, the Recording Academy announces new rules for Grammy Awards aimed at AI use, stating only human creators can win. But a work that contains AI content can be eligible as long as the human input is meaningful. And in Our Birth is in 1974, it's Paul Lee, a British sculptor, collagist, and video artist known for using everyday objects in his work. Born in London, England. That's all I have for you. Today's keyword is wisdom, and the color is a purple witch ball. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for being part of my tribe. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Today's a 4. Happy astrocatting.